thank you, KTS, for putting on this event. And even in this moment, I'm learning more and more about Assata, as many of you are. I first came to know and love and appreciate Assata, her autobiography, and her words of wisdom, right, through many of the ways that KTS and even my own students who are here from Trinity representing, thank y'all for being here. As a student, as an undergraduate student, I was a part, first of all, I went to Grambling State University for undergrad, HBCU in North Louisiana, like the preface, because I'm from South Louisiana, very different. And I was a part of a group called Lyrical Quest. It was a poetry, arts, music group that was very siloed and isolated from other parts of the university, who were more concerned with the marching band, Doug Williams, the football team, right? Not a truly intellectual space for those who are trying to grasp something different, right? And so we did some reading. I was specifically reading the autobiography of Malcolm X when a brother from Oakland, California, Hassani Banks, asked me if I had read Assata, right? And I was like, no, who is this, right? Who is this moment? He gave me his copy. I've since had 3 copies now. And I literally read it in a week because I was just so fascinated with not just the writing style, but all of the different ways in which she described her life, from being arrested, but also becoming a mother, as Baba earlier mentioned, and just the way that she was thinking about freedom and liberation, right? Fast forward, coming to Howard University for my doctorate, I was like, that's who I'm writing about. I was literally working in Moreland Spring Lawn on the Amir Baraka collection. Many of us know Amir Baraka. We were processing his collection, and I came across a little legal, yellow legal paper, right? I opened it up, and it was a letter from Assata Shakur to Amir Baraka, right here at Howard University in Moreland Spring Lawn. And it was just thanking him for his time, supporting her when she was incarcerated, all throughout the time when she was underground. It's really beautiful, and she talked about listening to his radio show, and this was when he was a part of the Congress. And so that, for me, was a sign, a spiritual moment, that I was like, I have to write my dissertation on her, right? Again, learning more about her over the course of my life. And so in that moment, wrote the piece that you mentioned, kind of like a literary comparison between Claudia Jones and Assata Shakur, and then now writing specifically on Assata Shakur, because it's people like Carol Boyce Davies and others who have done a lot of work on Carol Boyce Davies now. And so even now as I'm teaching, right, using this book as instruction for my students, it's a way for me to relearn, right, so much of what she has given us to guide us in this liberation struggle. And so for me, like you all mentioned KTS, there was this chapter 12, where she's talking about, right, growing into consciousness as a college student. And for me, when I see that happen with my students, and for those educators in the room, y'all know that is the moment where you're like, I've done it. Like, but hoping that you take that and whatever you do in life is pushing us closer and closer toward liberation. And I'm hoping that this book, when I use it in class, and we just had a reading a week after, literally the week after Assata passed, we had a live reading of Assata's autobiography for the entire campus. Of course, we received some backlash from the right-wing media, right? But we persevered, and staff, faculty, students, everyone was a part of this, right? And so those who did not know about Assata, like before that reading, was able to understand who she was, even if they only read a small section of that. And so, like many of you, I came to know Assata as an undergrad, and I'm continuing to learn more about her through our elders and those who have met her through their travels to Cuba. So thank you.